I pulled this article from U.S. Department of Labor. It's entitled History of Labor Day, and it goes into the activists were the ones that pushed for a federal holiday. And it mentioned two significant years, dates, that are significant to us as SDA. They mentioned 1885, 1886, that movement to secure a state law for resting for all laborers. Now, 1885, 1886 is very close to 1888. And what was coming in 1888, Marie?
Sunday law.
A Sunday bill, a Sunday law making its way through Congress. So when I saw this, my spiritual antenna was raised. It goes on to state, Marie, you were just breaking the news of what's happening in Colorado. The third paragraph on the right of your screen says, Oregon was the first to pass that law about Labor Day. During 1887, 4 more states, and the first of the 4 is Colorado. So we're simply connecting the dots. All right, Colorado and Colorado. Let's move on from that. Now notice, the second paragraph states, still later, by a resolution of the American Federation of Labor Convention, the Sunday preceding Labor Day was adopted as Labor Sunday and dedicated to the spiritual movement. So today's Monday, Labor Day, right? But every Sunday before the first Monday in September is called Labor Sunday because they're telling us, screaming at us, the labor movement is not just a social movement, it's actually a spiritual movement. How many of us caught that? Now, let's continue. So when we say labor movement, labor union, trade union, workers union will be a part of enforcing the mark of the beast, Sunday worship by law. Don't stone us. It's in their writings. The U.S. Department of Labor. Look at this carefully now. We're told in inspiration, the unions will play a role in the last days in bringing on the time of trouble such as never was. And God's people need to understand when we see these signs, the mark of the beast is near. And here it is. The workers' union, they're telling us is connected to the social gospel. Here is Congressman Senator Murphy talking to Sean Fan, who is actually the director of the Auto Workers Union.
Mr. Fan, I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about leisure time. You've talked about this already.
Clip 2.
I think you really importantly talk about the importance that your faith plays in the work that you do and in your life.
See, it's a faith-based movement. The media tells us the workers' union is the modern-day social gospel movement. That's what they're telling us. Listen.
There's a pretty wild thing happening in America today. In 2000, 70% of Americans belong to a religious institution, but today that number is 50%. This has been a pretty precipitous decline in the ability or willingness of Americans to go to church or to a religious institution on a regular basis. And I think that has lots of broad impacts in our society.
Notice, he's talking to the director of the workers' union. And what did he say? His lamentation is church attendance is declining from 70% in 1 year to now 50%. So what do we need to do? Why is he saying this to the workers' union boss? We need to rest on what day? Sunday. Clip 2. Here it is.
You don't have time to go to Wednesday night Bible study. You might not have the ability to even attend church or services on a Sunday.
It's coming. The signs are here.